Hello and welcome to the finale of Banjo Tooie. We have some stuff to do today. We're going to fight the final boss, wreck all that crud. There's going to be one more episode after this, which will just be some bonus stuff. But as far as the main game, this is the finale. Now, the first thing I want to do is actually show one thing I meant to show last time but forgot to. So we are back inside the trash can where we ended the last episode, and what I wanted to show is on the side of the little milk carton right here, missing Tootie, last seen in Banjo-Kazooie. So kind of a reference to Tootie from the original game, who is oddly missing from this one. But there you go. Let's go to Jiggy Wiggy's temple and actually unlock the final stages. There's actually two more puzzles we have to do here. So one for 55 Jiggies, and the second will be at 70. So basically, we're unlocking two parts to the same stage, but for whatever reason, this one in particular basically is split up into sections like that. So same as all the other puzzles before, pretty easy. Actually, I find this one quite easy, even though it has more pieces than any other puzzle we've done before. The background right there, just like the goopy magenta stuff or whatever, makes it really easy to figure out which pieces go in that section and which pieces go on the bottom. So it's actually quite useful. This is a very easy puzzle in my opinion. A few more pieces here. Oh, how do I not even realize that was a corner piece? Oh my, okay, let's put this one in the proper spot. There we go. Get these guys in the corner, and with 60 seconds left on the clock, we got it finished. All right, you have completed Jiggy Wiggy's Challenge 9, so now the Great One will show you the way. We're not going to be seeing this too many more times, but we just have to get the Crystal Jiggy. So this, basically what's going to happen is he's going to open up a door, and it's going to lead to the next stage, which is going to be Cauldron Keep. It's going to be kind of technically where we fight the last boss. However, there's going to basically be a door within that stage that we also have to open, so it's almost like a level within a level. We have not done anything like that before. This will be the first time. And where this one is getting unlocked, as you can see, is over by the Quagmire. It's kind of showing us exactly how we get up there. We have to use the Claw Clamber boots. But Cauldron Keep, secret exit, I don't know, what does that say? Something exit. But if we actually go up to those laser fences before we open them, if you touch them, they will hurt you, which is pretty crazy. But we got that one opened, and we just have one more to do here. You're indeed the chosen one. Yes, you've told me that many times. We also have enough Jiggies for the next challenge. Challenge number 10. Let's get right to it. Now this one, every single piece in the entire board is going to be missing. This is kind of like the hardest challenge. There's a little bit of a secret after this, but as far as the main challenges, as far as required things to beat the game, this is the hardest puzzle we ever have to do. And I am not doing so well. I really like to find, I like to use different landmarks to try to figure out where the pieces go. You can kind of see, for example, the background that right there, there's a darker upper half and a lighter lower half, so you can kind of differentiate like that. You can also look at where Banjo is. You could look at different things. For example, this one right here had a piece of red on it. Well, it's also a corner, so that makes it easy. But you can see the reds kind of go across, so as long as you're watching the picture, you'll be able to see where things are pretty easily. See, like that one has a piece of Banjo, and so on. It's pretty easy. These puzzles would be a lot more difficult if the picture was not moving, I think. There we go! 52 seconds left on the clock, and the last required challenge in the entire game is completed. So, if you like, you can go high-five someone. Someone said in the comments, I'm not sure if you're telling the truth or if you're trying to trick me, but someone said they went to go high-five their brother. They turned their face because they like got their attention, and their hand like smacked him in the face accidentally. So, whoops! I am not responsible or liable for any kind of physical damage that might have happened at the cause of this high-five game, but hopefully his face is alright. So right there, the door within the stage, the level within a level, we have just unlocked it. Good job, team! Oh boy! And you can see there's actually a warp pad right there. Kind of strange seeing a warp pad outside of a door that we have to enter, or a warp pad next to one of the Jiggy Wiggy temple altars. So excellent, you proved yourself most worth opening all the door. Now we also have a super special challenge. That one will be the hardest puzzle we can do in the game, and I'm actually not going to do that right now. We do have enough puzzles for the day. We've done the required stuff. Today is all about beating the game. The bonus episode tomorrow will have all of the little extra modes and little extra challenges, stuff like that. Today we just want to beat the game. We want to get those credits. We want to beat some final boss action. So the first thing I want to do, or the last thing I want to do before we actually finally head off to the boss, is go to the plateau. Let's talk to Honeybee and get our honeycombs turned in to max out our health. And then we'll move on. Here you go, Honeybee. Take my honeycombs. We got 9 of them. This one cost all 9, so basically we had to get all 3 from 3 different stages just to get this. Threw it right at our crotch, and we got our health upgrade. Alright, maxed out health, 10 health units. Let's go and fight the boss. Kind of. As we saw during the little opening sequence with the Jiggy Wiggy thing, they showed us exactly how to get up there. We have to use the Claw Clamber boots, and they happen to be right over here. So let's just not get hit by the Grunty Dactyl right there. You could run along the top of the pipe, but I think it's just a little quicker to just run across here. So I'm gonna do that. There's like track marks all up these mountains and stuff, but I'm not too worried about that. Let's just go up top. Now once you're up here, there's actually a switch that we can hit, which is very convenient, because there's a pipe nearby that you can climb up right there, but it's just a little bit too high off the ground to actually reach from a normal jump. But if we go and hit the switch, we can open up a shock spring pad, and then we can get back up here anytime we like. So, for example, say you didn't unlock the stage yet and you come up here. You can take the Jiggy Wiggy's altar to warp back to the place to unlock the stage, and then use the shock spring pad to get back up here again. So to actually get inside Cauldron Keep, we have to do a little bit of a puzzle. It's not too bad. All we gotta do is split up right here. We have to get across with Banjo. You could do the shack pack. You could also just do a double jump right there, so that's a little bit faster. And then with Kazooie, of course, Kazooie's very easy. You could glide, you could just flutter across, you could do pretty much anything. And with that, we will lower the drawbridge, or drawbridge. I don't know why I said jaw. Now, there's also a laser fence in the way, so a little bit more do we have to do before we can actually finally get inside there. Let's go around the backside here. I don't want to touch the purple goop. Oh, hey, Minjo! I don't know why. They just can't trick me at this point. I've collected all of the Jinjos in the entire game. So at this point, if you see any, they are Minjos guaranteed. So we got that taken care of. Let's go back around to the front, and we can finally go inside. But they're not going to let us fight the boss directly. You could probably figure that one out. Well, kind of. There's a boss, but we're not quite at the final boss yet, guys. Oh, the music's changed. Yep, this is indeed the boss music. Every time that happens, we always end up in a fight. Kazooie's onto something here. Yep, suddenly Clungo. We're gonna have round 3 against Clungo. Career questioning minion. This poor guy, he's got bandages, bruises, black eyes. He's not doing so well, is he? Uh-oh. You don't want to get fed to a monster. Yep, they closed the exit. And he's gonna drink a potion. Now, I'm not sure exactly how these potions work. I have a hypothesis, but this could be totally wrong. So we have to hit the one that was real, which I don't know if it was that one. It was! Hooray! So here's my hypothesis, which is, it might be false, it might be accurate. I think that he has 3 different potions he can possibly drink from. And there's 3 different fights with him throughout the game. So my hypothesis is that you will always fight all 3 of the different potions. It just depends on, the randomness is which order you fight them in. So for example, the first potion might be him growing large, the second one is him splitting, the third one might be him invisible. So I could be wrong there, maybe it's just totally random, but my guess is that you'll always fight all 3 potions, but it's just different. The order that you fight them in is different. So let me know if you guys have any info on that, if I'm right, if I'm wrong, give me a heads up. I'm taking some damage here, but we got him, 3 hits. He's defeated, he'll give us some honeycombs that we don't really need because we do have a cheat code turned on. And it feels weird calling them cheat codes. It's not like I'm cheating. That's just what they happen to call the power-ups in this game. You know, it's like any platformer, you unlock power-ups as you go, really. And they just happen to call them cheat codes in this game. They're not actually like, it's not like oh, my Flash player's just crashed. Well, hopefully that doesn't mess up the recording. Good job, Flash player. I'm just sitting here recording a video and my Flash player crashes. Good job. No days off. Not even any pay. Why would you work for someone? Okay, so they beat you. You have no promotion opportunities, and you don't even get any pay. What's the point of that? I don't know. Let's grab some health that we don't particularly need, and I guess head off a little bit deeper into Cauldron Keep. What could be inside door number 2? Oh, it's the Tower of Tragedy. The Tower of Tragedy quiz no less. So in the first game we had a thing called the Furnace of Fun, or whatever it was called, and it was basically a quiz show. We have that once again, another quiz show here with Grunty as our host, the Tower of Tragedy quiz. Let me run through the rules for you all. Of course, she's going to talk very slowly. The rules are quite simple, but just go ahead and read her text. She'll fill us in on it. Just it's pretty similar to the Furnace Fun, a little bit more simple. We don't have to walk across a bunch of towels. To be honest, I think the Furnace Fun's a little bit, well, more fun, but this is still a pretty good one. I think the quiz shows are a lot of fun. How many times can I say fun in one boss fight? Right, so basically, you just want to get questions right, you get points. If you lose, you get them wrong. You gotta buzz in to answer. And sometimes the computers will not buzz in at all. Sometimes they'll buzz in very fast. So, let's see how it goes. So the contestants are going to be the two other Winky Bunyan sisters. We got Mingella right here. The gorgeous, slim sister Mingella. And we also have Blobelda, number 2. My lovely, shapely sister, Blobelda. And of course, an idiot. Oh, I thought she called me an idiot for some reason. She calls me a loser. Some loser called Banjo. Let's start with round 1. How many jiggies do you have to shoot in Cloud Cuckooland pot to get a Cheeto? 75. Yep. 90 was the jiggy, 75 was the Cheeto. Who is my lovely thin sister? Well, I'm gonna get that faster than she does, Mingella. Alright, we're up to 4 points here. Here's a scene from the game. What do we got? Pterodactyland. What's she gonna ask, though? That was Terry. Sometimes the question that they're going to ask is not readily obvious, but if you're too slow, they're gonna beat you to it. Sprint. Ah, crud. I didn't read the question properly, so I lost 2 points for getting that wrong. Competing against Cloud Cuckooland's athlete. We did all of those, but she probably said which event do you do first or something. So I kind of missed the question right there. Whoops. How many points do the players start with in the semifinal game of the 50? Got it. So we basically just have to keep playing until the timer goes all the way down. Here's a scene from the game. That is inside the fish in Jolly Roger's Lagoon. Inside the big fish, that's the one. Aha! We're doing pretty good here. Let's look at the screen. And that is... Alright, there's Star, Moon, Sun. This is in the prison compound of Mayhem Temple. Oh, what's the question? Star, Moon, Sun. I don't know what the question was. Gosh dang it. What was to the left of the moon? Great. See, sometimes you really have to wait for the question. I'm not sure if it's better to wait or not sometimes. But it looks like Blobelda's got it. Mingella's still back there with 0 points, but we're in the lead with 6 still. We're doing fine. Okay, Star, Moon, Sun once again. Are they going to ask the same thing? Let's just wait. Let's just run this timer out a little bit. What didn't you see? Okay, we saw Star. We did not see... Oh, jeez. Star. There we go. The star was yellow. Yep. Next up we have, look at the screen once again. Okay, that's the fish at the bottom of the pool in Hailfire Peaks. What's the question here? We gave him to Boggy Bear. Yes. You've only got 5 seconds to answer once you buzz in. Wow, she buzzed in really fast. Holy crud. Canary Mary, I guess, was the answer to whatever that question was. What image isn't on Mayhem Temple's prison? Wow! Well, Haley's Comet is the obvious answer there. But just stop buzzing in so fast. Bigfooted Yeti. Oh, dang it, Bigfoot! I knew that one. At least it's Mingella getting the point, because she needs the points more. So we're still in the lead. What is the name of Sky High World 8? Oh! Wait, I got it. Cloud Cuckooland. Sick. Yep, I'm definitely a know-it-all. What happens inside Madam Crud? Yep. What happens inside there's me getting gosh dang annoyed and ticked off. Or fortune-telling, I guess, technically. So I'm just going to let them rock it. The timer's about to run out. That's from the treasure room or the treasure chamber in Mayhem Temple, but I'm just going to rock it. The treasure chamber wall. Go ahead, get your points. Looks like Mingella is the loser here. That's the end of round 1. This is going to be a 3-round game, so we're going to be here for quite some time. Just a heads up. So long, Mingella. Get crushed! Oh, yeah! Applause. Which gets squished. Time to move on to round 2. What is the name of World 1? Mayhem Temple. Easy. I think I'm going to rock this one, guys. What does Boggy the Polar Bear want to eat in Hellfire Peaks? A fish. Fish. That was also a very easy one. Some of these are easy. Some of them are pretty tough. Okay, let's look at the screen. We have... Oh, that's Mr. Pants. I know Mr. Pants. I was inside Boggy's igloo. I thought they were going to ask me who that was. Let's see. Let's look at the screen once again. And... Jolly Roger's Lagoon Water Pipeline. That's in Grunty Industries. Great. Well, I don't know the answer to that one. Let's just guess. 30! I got it right! Sick! That was just a total guess. Take a look at this scene. Alright, that is inside... Oh gosh, where is that? Well, hey! What is this? The ceiling of the treasure chamber, the edge of the Bubblegloop Swamp? I'm gonna go with the Seaweed Sanctum. Nope, I don't know what that was. Was it Bubblegloop Swamp? No, it was the ceiling of the treasure chamber. We heard the guy rustling around in the treasure. That's what it was. Well, she only gets 1 point if I guess first, and she has to wrap it up on the second go. What are the name of Pterodactylon's 2 rival clans? It's the Unga Bunga and the Oogle Boggles. There we go. So we've pretty much got a big lead right here. What do the Jinjos say when they are rescued? Jinjo, they say their name. Maybe that's why they're called Jinjos. Did they say their name, or are they named after what they say? Oh, actually, we just showed this. Oh, she beat me to it. We just showed that. It was Tootie on the side of the milk carton, yeah. Oh, well. Take a look at this scene. Alright. It looks like they're going to make us count something. There's 9 flashing white things in the middle at the bottom. Which door had a yellow light around it? Not the one on the right one. The one right on the left. That one? Oh, jeez, I don't know what the answer is. What are you going to say, Blobelda? Okay, she also guesses that. No, she's going for something else. Okay, so I missed that one. I've got to try to keep my score here. What is the color of the power cable that powered the boss's room door? What? Always blue and yellow. I got that. Buzz it in. Blue and yellow. That was in Grunty Industries, I think. Who has got one of the prizes from my last quiz? Grunty's Furnace Fun. Pano. Yep. That was from Jolly Roger's Lagoon. How many icicles fall from... How the crud? I don't know, 7? Yes! Oh my gosh! Dude, sometimes guessing just works that well. Oh, yeah. The one with the very inappropriate name. Very inappropriate. Hey, 15 points, 15 seconds left on the clock. I'm just gonna let it rock, guys. That's from Hailfire Peaks. I could answer that, but I'm basically in no threat of losing at this point, no matter how long I sit around, so let's just let them waste time. How many bricked up archways did you see? I don't know. Well, good guess, Blobelda. Doesn't matter if you get it right or wrong. Either way, I'm the winner here. So round 2, complete. That's the end of round 2. Looks like my sister Blobelda has also failed to beat that dumb bear. So here's the consolation prize. You get to get smushed. Get wrecked. Well, here we go, round 3. Now listen carefully, dunce. I'm changing the rules for the final round. To make it harder, I won't show you the answers unless you buzz in. If you don't know, why do you gotta talk so slow? The answer I'll let you press. So basically, we can press a button to pass, and we can try to buzz in. She's going to have a set score that we have to try to beat, which is 15 points. So let's do our best. And I wish that you would stop talking so slowly. Don't worry, guys, there's going to be plenty more slow talking in this episode. Plenty more. Alright, what is the name of Grunty Industries' boss character? That is Wildar. Got him. So 2 points once again for each time we get it right. What color is Cloud Cuckooland's Jelly Castle? Red? Strawberry, I guess. I didn't know it was a flavor, I thought it was just a color. What type of dinosaur are Pterodactylon's mother and 3 kids? I think this is Triceratops. Oh, Styracosaurus. Right. I don't know what kind of dinosaur that is, but I guess that's what they are. How many letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 letters. More than 9. Got it. Not bad. What item did the pawnbroker at Jolly Roger's Lagoon have for sale? He had a Jiggy... A Cheeto page. Yep. I think he had a Jiggy then a Cheeto page. Which of these objects isn't in Cloud Cuckoo Land? Well, let's just find out. A cake slice, a jelly castle, cake slice. We got the jelly castle, we got the cheese wedge in there, but not that. What does Blubber rent out from his Wave Racer shop? Wave Racers? Wave Racers, yes! So one more thing, we've basically beat it. What brand of battery is used to open? That would be the Baza batteries. Baza. So at this point, guys, I've basically beat the score. You can see we still have like 2 minutes left on the clock. I'm going to go ahead and cut ahead because we've been in this quiz for so long, so let's just get to the end of it here. Hooray! There we go, guys. We've beat the quiz. I had 38 points at the end, so my score is way higher than it needed to be here. You can't have got that many points. No. I declare the win invalid due to faulty equipment. Yep, definitely faulty equipment. It's not the fact that I just got a bunch of questions right. I mean, you kind of set the bar low with only 15 points. You can escape in a cowardly fashion like in Banjo-Kazooie before we kick your bony butt. Of course, Gruntilda's the type of person who's going to take that advice or take that exact suggestion. But thankfully, she's already got a rocket built into her little pad right here so she can fly right up and out of trouble. Of course. Right inside the gun chamber. Good thing we've got tickets to the gun show. Am I right? Right, come on, Kazooie. Let's go and see where that door that's just opened leads to. See, this is where the slow talking kind of starts. It's kind of hard to, like, read slow text. It's kind of awkward, so I'm just gonna let you guys read it yourself. So we're just gonna wait to go fight the final boss. It's finally time! I mean, there's no more obstacles aside from, you know, cutscenes and stuff. Although right here, it's actually going to start the credits for the game. Guys, I am going to hit skip on the credits. I don't know why they do this. They did this in Banjo-Kazooie as well, but they awkwardly put the credits, like, before the boss fight instead of after it. So rather than make you guys sit here and watch 7 minutes of credits before we get to the boss, a lot of you don't want to watch the credits. I'm actually already pre-recorded the credits, so I'll edit them in at the end of the video. So if you want to watch them, they will be there at the end, where they should have been to begin with. And for the rest of us, let's watch some cutscenes and go fight the final boss and beat this game. So we've got to somehow bring life back to some things. We got the blow button, we got the suck button, both very tempting options, but as it says on the screen, there's danger bombs, so we gotta watch out for that as well. Okay, Kazooie's going for the blow option. Looks like we're gonna blow King Jingling here. Not sure what all those little buttons that we hit were, but they were maybe important. Probably, I don't know. I always want to know, how is Jam Jars talking to us? I mean, it makes sense when he talks to us when we're over at one of the silos, or one of his, one of the silos that we talk to him and get new moves at. But whenever we're out in the middle of nowhere, we're reading a sign, we're just casually talking right here, Jam Jars is always able to talk to us. And at no point have I seen them, like, have a radio or anything, so they just kind of have telepathy with each other. I don't know. For some reason that works. I wish we could, like, have telepathy with, for example, the Jiggy Wiggy Temple stuff, or maybe with Honeybees so we could get our health upgrades without having to go back. But no, we just have it with Jam Jars, and he can only teach us the moves when we're near him. He can't use his telepathy to teach us stuff, or to teach us new moves, only to give us random information, yell at us, stuff like that. But alright guys, we got King Jingling restored, all the Jinjos are happy. I'm actually not sure about that cutscene. For example, if you had no Jinjos saved, would that cutscene just have no Jinjos? I don't know. I'm not sure if it is altered by the number of Jinjos you got. So, one other person was, well, okay, King Jingling was zombified. One other person was afflicted by something, and much worse than being a zombie, depending on your perspective, it's death. Bottles was dead, of course. Do you guys think it would be worse to be dead or to be a zombie? I mean, if you watch, like, The Walking Dead or something, some kind of zombie show, they always seem to prefer death over being a zombie, but, I mean, it seems to be easier to bring someone back from a zombie to real life in Banjo Tooie, so if that's any indication, maybe zombies are better. But alright, Bottles is restored. We did maximum power and it seemed to work out. Hooray! It looks a little bit scuffed up there, though. Maybe you should wash up or something, Bottles. So he's late for dinner. He's got to go get back. And I would say that Mrs. Bottles overcooked the food there, but a little bit of an understatement. Although Royston the goldfish, if you look carefully, he's right there. And he's still alive. I don't know how he got cooked, but he's still living. He's blinking right there. So Bottles has to eat a living fish, our buddy Royston. I don't know what else he's eating. Look kind of like twigs. But I guess she's going to beat him with a rolling pin if he doesn't eat his food or something. And that kid is still playing with his dang airplane. He's been playing with that crud for so long. Hey, what up, Clungo? Goodness, who might you two be? I mean, one's kind of a butthead, one's not. But I think Clungo's turning over a new leaf, guys. I think he's going to come over to the light side of the Force. I don't know where they're going to stay. I mean, they didn't really have many extra beds, I don't think. How did Clungo even fit inside that hallway? Sounds good to me. Poor Bottles. Looks kind of weird if you look at their glasses. The intersection between the two eyeglasses kind of like spaz back and forth. It kind of happens on him. It happens on Mrs. Bottles as well. I don't know if it happens on any other characters. It might. No, I don't see it happening on them because their eyes aren't like intersecting like that. Hooray! They're gonna join us later. Now let's party. Oh, here comes the popper. Oh, look at that crud. This must be the end now. We've had the credits, and everyone's all right. Again. What about Grunty? Right, we still gotta go deal with Grunty. Yep, how could you forget about that, Banjo? Come on, dude, you slipping. You slipping. but there's no way up. Banjo, what about the giant hole in the wall? Maybe we should take that. That opening below the gun over there. Probably gonna work. I know Banjo's trying to talk his way out of going to fight this boss, but Kazooie's not gonna have any of that. We're gonna go fight her, so now we can finally control ourselves. And one thing we want to do, a little character we saw way back in Banjo-Kazooie. Let's go give him a chat. This is Dingpot, remember me? I mean, I kinda remember you from Banjo-Kazooie. Oh yeah, it's old Stinkpot. So he's actually going to help us out quite a bit here. Although we don't need his help at all, actually. We're just gonna hop inside. What this will do is restore all of our eggs to maximum, which is, I guess, useful, but for the boss we're mostly going to be using fire eggs, which we happen to have infinite of because we're, well, Dragon Kazooie, so... Oh well, let's just go out this way, and if we go over here, it's gonna exit, and it'll bring us over to the door that we opened. So, this is kind of the point you can get to without doing these 70 Jiggy puzzles. So if you have 55 Jiggies and you want to come here, you could get this far, but with 70, let's go inside. And I guess up the elevator. Looks like there's no one here. We should go home now. Banjo is really trying very hard to talk him out of this. It is definitely one heck of a view. Not a single boss to be seen. Not anywhere. Nope. No bosses anywhere near us right now. Just giant laser cannons of death. Yep, Grunty's definitely chickened out. She's not right behind us or anything. I could definitely get behind that though, Kazooie said we should get back to the card game. I mean, let's go play some Pokemon cards, dang. Oh, yep, they're right behind us. How did Banjo not notice, dude? When we're doing the talent shot, he's just looking right at her. Hag 1, monstrous mechanical, whatever it was. The final boss in the game. Banjo? Look at the size of that. Yep. I got kind of confused the first time I saw it because it's called the Hag 1, so you'd think there'd be like a Hag 2 or a Hag 3, but there kind of isn't. It's just this. The drill itself is the boss. So, let's get to it. Eventually. Hi, Grunty. How you doing? Finally, after 2 years, revenge time. Don't bet on it, Bone Brain. We'll see, little bird. We'll see. Where's the laser button? Darn it! Someone pass the manual for this thing! Ah, yes. Yeah, for some reason there's a laser button. It's not just a drill, it's also a laser thing. So once again, we're gonna make sure we're set to the fire eggs. This boss is a very, very long boss fight. It's gonna have many, many different phases, and we'll just have to work through them one at a time. So the first phase, dodge some lasers, and we also have some quizzes throughout the fight here. So let's go see what the first question is. Basically, if we get the question right, she goes easier on us. Which Jinjo family only had one member? That would be the white Jinjo family. So her attack is going to be slower. She'll use a faster attack if we get it wrong. So basically what happens is we go through a phase, we get a question, and then we go through a shooting phase here. We just have to aim at her, strafe away from these little shots here, and try to get as many shots as we can. The fire eggs are going to do 2 damage each, and we have infinite, which is awesome. Grenade eggs will do 3 damage each, but they shoot slower, so honestly fire eggs are probably your best bet here. So more lasers required, so phase 1 is finished. We're going to go through a bunch of different steps here. Yep, she's looking for some more lasers. Now we got 4 lasers instead of 2. It's really not going to be that much more difficult to dodge. Ow. Well, as soon as I say that, I just completely failed to dodge. You can also see she dropped some honeycombs there. I do happen to have the health regeneration turned on, but even without it, this is not too hard of a fight considering we have 10 health here. So what was wrong with the kids' pool? It was full of sludge and it was cold. No, it was too hot. What? It wasn't cold, it was too hot. None of those questions were right. I guess she's doing a fasting. I need some time to reread that. I think all the questions were wrong, but 10 more damage there. She's down to 80 health out of 100. So that shooting phase is over. Typically, we'll just get 10 damage per time. Plenty more tricks left in this beauty. Activate the mortar cannon! Yep, we have a mortar cannon as well. So you could get some eggs there if you need them. You can also get some health there. These guys, I just like to jump away and then hover. It seems to be the best way to deal with them. Because as soon as they explode, they also shoot some fragments to the side you gotta watch out for. But a pretty easy phase. What was the name of Glittergulch Mine's Prospector? Bully and Bill, that was it. Man, it's been a long time since we did that. That's one of the things I like about the quizzes and all that, is you kind of get like a little bit of a trip down memory lane. You get to revisit the names of all these different characters and all that. And there we go, down to 70 health. Is that it? Oh, yep, it is. Alright, go back in, Grunty. Do your worst. I need more firepower. Bring out the other mortar cannon. Yep, double bombs away. Now we have to deal with 2 of these, and it's pretty much just as easy as the first time. Just run away, jump and hover, and it works. So pretty easy. Aha! Just gonna keep doing that, Grunty? There you go, getting tired of it. Back to shooting. How many sections made up Target Sand and Mayhem Temple? 5? Alright, 5, cool. I actually didn't know that one. Yeah, Target Sand all the way back in Mayhem Temple, the first stage in the game. Wow, I think if I remember correctly, I started the series in March, early March, and we had like a month-long break before we were able to get back to it. And I think that we ended off like right after fighting Target Sand, or somewhere around that time. So basically we had part of Mayhem Temple, then like a huge break, then we finally got back and finished off Mayhem Temple. So that was a bit crazy. So now this phase is a little bit different here. We want to do just more than just run away from it. Of course that's important too. We don't want to get hit too much. But I want to try to get up on top of the back here if I can. And that is not working out so well, is it? Well, basically I'm trying to shoot a Clockwork Kazooie egg and try to get it inside there. Well, maybe I could do that later, I guess, but it is an option now. What? Why are you doing this to me? I'm done dodging. I don't feel like doing this anymore. Okay, let's go ahead and shoot a... Never mind, I'm not going to do that. How many members of the Unga Bunga tribe were there? 4? Well, that was wrong. Crud. It was probably 3. Okay, we're going to go back to a shooting phase here. I don't want to do this as Clockwork Kazooies, though. Ow! If the faster spells are going to be a little bit more difficult to dodge. I think the lasers are still out as well. I know at some point we have to use Clockwork Kazooies against her, but I guess I have not done it at the right time here. Oh, here we go, here we go. So now... Oh, no! Come on, quickly, quickly. We don't have much time. We have to get inside the exhaust pipe right here. Got it, sick. So we want to go inside, dodge the enemies, go right for the batteries and blow those up. There's actually 2 batteries inside we want to take care of. This phase allows us to get one of them taken care of. Ah, I heard an explosion. What's that burning smell? That is your butt. So we have to do some more dodging here. I guess we just have to dodge for a long time. I didn't realize this dodging phase was so long. But yeah, up until this point, aside from the Clockwork Kazooie, this boss is a lot like the Weldar boss. Just kind of a lot of different phases, a lot of dodging stuff. It's really just not too difficult. A lot of people say this is the hardest boss in the game. One of the GameFAQs guys I was looking at actually said that this boss is a 10 out of 10 difficulty, where the other bosses were at worst a 7. Which one of these is true? Jam Jar teaches you 27 new moves. 3 yellow Jinjos. Is that right? I don't know. Well, let's just go over to my fire eggs here. She's shooting okay, she is shooting pretty fast. I probably got that wrong. The correct answer was probably the Jam Jars thing. But we got her. 10 shots taken care of. Down to 40. Only 40 out of 100 HP left. Let's see if we can get that Clockwork Kazooie over there as well. Okay, we have to jump over the lasers. Over the laser, dude. Dang it, it's moving. Now that it's moving, we can shoot the Clockwork Kazooie, but if Banjo and Kazooie actually get hit, it's not going to end so well. So we basically have to wait for this to end. You can get on top of the back of the thing here, but it's so hard because she always changes directions like that. Yep, it's not going to work out. Oh, and I keep jumping into it. Well, we're probably going to get hit. I just have to wait for her to stop once again. There we go, there we go. Okay, so we get over here, shoot that Clockwork Kazooie. Let's go inside. Let's get the second battery. Now we have 2 of these Uggers inside here. Let's watch out for them. Some of the first enemies we saw in the entire game. Well, battery number 2 is destroyed. Oh no, we're losing power. No, don't stop, Mr. Drill. My lovely lasers. Can someone phone for a tow truck? A tow truck? Wow. Well, the fight to the death continues. No, the lasers are no more, but Grunty still has her magic spells. Ow, if I could stop taking them to the face, that'd be fantastic. Alright, have we got any more tricks left? Of course they do. Now she's going to spawn minions while we do this. Things are not over yet, guys. There's still a few phases to go through. So now, once again, we're still in the shooting phase, trying to dodge Uggers while we do this, so let's kill him real quick. They're pretty easy to take care of. One shot from the fire eggs will do it. Ow. And let's just dodge that. Oh, we gotta keep going. I think we gotta get her down to 15 health here. There we go. Aha! Of course. Why didn't I think of this earlier? It's always so awkward when you think that they're gonna end a sentence, then they don't. cyanide mustard gas flavor. So now we're going to be suffocating while we go. We got to take her down. Hopefully stop getting hit by crud while we do this. Watch out for these uggers. Get wrecked, nerds. Okay, 7 health. 7 health. Come on, just a few more hits. 3, 2, 1. Last hit. Come on. Okay, she has one final attack here. Okay, Numbskull, it's time for the biggest, baddest spell I can muster. Prepare to join your buddy battles. You'll wish you'd never taken on the mighty Gruntilda Winky Bunyan. Yes, that is indeed her last name, although she will not admit to that. I guess it is kind of an unfortunate last name. But right here, what we have to do is shoot her. Not shoot her, but we have to shoot the spell she's channeling. And it kind of makes her drop the spell on herself. Or she drops it inside the tank and it kind of wreaks havoc, basically, on the tank, as you can see. But there we go, guys. Banjo Tooie is finally completed. The last boss in the game has been killed. All of the collectibles have been acquired. Everything is completed. That is it, guys. This has been such a fun series. We still have one more bonus episode to go, wrapping up a couple of loose ends, like the last puzzle we have to take on. We have to do the some extra modes. There's the multiplayer mode, there's a boss rush mode, a couple little things like that we're going to take on. There's also a couple more achievements. Now, if you've been following along with the Xbox version, I've actually shown, if you've been following along, I've gotten every single Xbox live achievement, or whatever you want to call it. Those are all gotten, but there's still some Stop and Swap 2 achievements I'd like to get. So we'll be getting those next time in the bonus episode as well. But as far as the main game, we are finished. We have just this ending cutscene right here. I think I might actually leave you guys off with this one. So it's been such a fun series. It's been a lot of work. There was a lot of downtime, but a lot of you have stuck with it, which means so much to me, guys. It's been amazing. So we're going to have this last cutscene right here. Like I said, I'll edit in the credits as well right after this. So if you're interested in that, stick around. I want you guys to go down to the comments right now and let me know, what was your favorite part of this playthrough? What was the highlight? What were some of your favorite moments? I think my favorite moment, or actually for me my least favorite moment, but I think it was fun for the video, was actually just last episode, the race with Canary Mary. Let me know if that was your favorite part as well. That crud kind of sucked, but I liked it. I also had some fun with like some random Dragon Ball Z references and all that, but yeah, guys, let me know, what did you like most about this series? And also, just a heads up, before I start my next main series, I'm actually going to take a few weeks to prepare for that. So before I start that, in the downtime and over the next few weeks, I'm going to be playing some random games just to fill the time. So if you guys have any requests for some random games you'd like to see, let me know. I've already got some ideas for things, but we'll get to that. But for that, guys, I think I'm going to leave you with this ending cutscene and then with the credits. So thank you guys so much for watching Banjo Tooie. It's been a blast. One of my favorite series I've ever made. One of my favorite games. I'm really glad I got the chance to share it with you guys. So with that, I will see you guys next time. Take care.
Meow.